Zach with Web3 Reviews. Thank you for being with us. Today, it is Tuesday, September 16th, and we're going to be talking about the crypto market. Let's go. Remember that none of this is financial advice. XRP is sitting above $3 for the last 24 hours. We're sitting at $3.03. Let's fucking go, man. Zach Rector said the breakout is upon us. Let's wait and see. We got to break the range, man. We got to break that previous all-time high of $3.50 and really go to the moon. We got to break above the $3 range. I want to see XRP at $5, $6, $7. Then we can finally say we broke free this range, man. Until then, we were just fucking bouncing around, right around the all-time high. It's just like Bitcoin bouncing around 100,000. We need it to go up and get through 120K. All right, that's where the all-time high is at, and that's how you know we're really rolling. That's how I feel about XRP. We have to go break that previous all-time high of $3.50 and go to the fucking moon. We have to break above the $3 boundary and go into $4. Then we can have days where we move $1 at a time. That would be incredible, man. All right, right now we're moving cents at a time and everyone's feeling excited. After having been here for 8 years, cents just don't do it to you, man. They don't. Leader Alpha has this to say. Breaking. Since September 14th, Ripple has sold around 115 million XRP tokens, worth roughly $347 million. People are speculating that the 8% price increase in Flare was a result of Ripple stacking their Flare bags as they move into better performing assets and front-running future narratives. And we see that Norbert says, I sold 5% of my XRP bag for Flare. I believe at 2 cents is a steal. A 40 billion market cap equals conservative in upcoming alt season. I see no reason why it cannot go times 25 from here. And then we see this from yesterday. Yesterday, everything was down except for Flare. Flare was actually up 8%. Gotta love that. We have this interview from Hugo here where he says Hugo plans to handle tens of billions of dollars a day. We see, boom, Google Cloud credits Flare Networks for its spearheaded innovation in verifiable AI on blockchain. From Dr. Schweddy, he says, I've seen my fair share of Flare price predictions of 50 cents, $1 or higher, and I've often dismissed them because they lack substance. However, I decided to do my own research and see if those estimates are plausible. Before we start, remember the collateral argument of old no longer holds the same weight once we move to unlimited minting. We're talking about F assets, of course. Will the price of Flare moon with the launch of F assets? Yes and no. Yes, we will probably see a bit of positive price action at launch, but the moonshot won't come from the launch alone. It'll come from the increased adoption and the network effect that comes along with it. Think Metcalfe's law. The value of a network can be estimated at n raised by 2, Metcalfe's law, where n equals active users of nodes. Flare's n can be described as active wallets plus agents plus validators plus providers and etc. While Flare has 4 million unique wallets, there are about 790,000 active wallets and about 445,000 daily transactions, 100 validators, 10 agents, and so forth. The current active wallets, 790K, value the network at 1.8 billion market cap. If Flare were to hit 50 cents, as some suggest, Flare would need to hit 37 billion market cap. So N needs to be 4.5 times square root of 20. In other words, Flare's active wallets, or their user base, needs to increase 4.5 times to 3.5 million active wallets. That seems like a lot, but is it? Good news, F assets is indeed the protocol that will drive the active wallet increase. By how much and how quickly? Well, that's where it gets tricky. Solana's wallet growth was blisteringly fast during adoption waves, often increasing active wallets by 4.5 times in under 6 months. During the 2021 bull market, Cardano did a 4.5 times in wallet growth in 12 months, 1 million to 5 million by 2022. AVAX's monthly wallets jumped from under 500K to 2.2 million in 1 month, of 4.4 times, from Q4 2024 to early 2025. XRP has 5 million wallets globally. When F Assets launches on mainnet, it could literally add 500K new active wallets in the first month. And as users bridge XRP for FXRP for lending and staking, expect the daily transactions to more than double from 445K to 1 million plus. What about Firelight? This is another game changer for wallet growth because it maximizes yield for institutions and other yield-hungry XRP users. Users will earn real yield 5 to 15% from economic utility, not just staking. Firelight alone could 2 to 3 times F asset adoption alone by Q1 2026, adding 1 to 2 million actives via yield farming loops, similar to what EigenLayer does on Ethereum, which 5x'd restakers in months. And there's Cyclo, Kinetic, Rflare rewards, etc. All of these will contribute to the wallet growth in a big way. So my best guess, F asset mainnet launch plus Firelight launch equals 2 times active wallets growth in 3 to 6 months, with price targets in the 25 cents to 30 cent range. Institutional waves, 5 billion XRP target from Hugo Filion, plus the V2 launch equals 4.5 times active wallet growth, with 2 to 3 million daily transactions from restaking loops in 6 to 9 months, with price targets in the 50 cents to 60 cent range. All right? There it is. There it is. And Brett Flair responds, And Brett Flair responds, excellent post. I have seen numbers. I have run numbers in many different ways, and I see so many ways of getting to $1 or more. With that said, I will likely be 100% out before $1. And Dr. Shreddy says, agree, Metcalfe's law is just one way to value a network. Doesn't even include total value locked and others. Next few months could be exciting. And Brett Flair responds, by the way, SHIB, DOGE, Pepe, XRP, ADA, and many others have done 100 times or more without anything other than speculation. F assets in addition to speculation will be huge. And that's the truth right there, man. F assets in addition to speculation will be huge. Not only do we get the speculative run, but we get the use case, we get the utility, we get the institutions coming online. We get the Vivo books and the Uphold saying they're going to use F assets. And from that post we just read, man, all we need is the active number of wallets to fucking go through the roof. Just like what happened with Solana, Avalanche, Ethereum. We need the active number of users to go through the roof. Over the Moon says all this timeline coincides almost perfectly with peak global M2 liquidity and a total crypto market cap of 8 trillion to 10 trillion in May to July timeframe of next year. So look out for that, man. This bull run's not over. It's just getting started. We haven't even had the runs begin, okay? This is going to be the blow off top that people talk about for a long fucking time, man. I think that Flare is about to change lives. I really do. You know, I heard about Flare because I was an XRP holder and I got a one-of-one airdrop for Flare. And I started researching it and it was fucking insane, man. And when I researched it, I found out about all these other companies that were involved with Flare. And one of them was Gala Games. I went and started looking around the Gala Games ecosystem, and I was able to get in on some nodes that were sub $6,000 a piece at the time. They ended up paying for themselves, and it was a beautiful thing. And Gala Games was supposed to be a Flare Networks partner. And it didn't pan out, and it might be because Gala Games was a fake place. They ended up scamming all their users. They ended up taking all the nodes offline. And Flare saw through the facade, man. Flare did not partner with Gala Games for a reason. Gala was supposed to be F Gala. They were supposed to be right there with Doge, Litecoin, Bitcoin, and XRP. They weren't able to sustain what they had going, and Flare saw through this years and years ago. But it's just interesting, man. That was my intro to Flare. The news of the one-for-one airdrop back in 2020 got me on board with Flare, and I've been researching it ever since. Dude, we are getting so close to a timestamp. We're going to be 25 cents before you know it, and then people are going to be buying. People are going to be lined up to buy Flare at 25 cents, talking about F assets this and F assets that. They don't understand, man. We were sitting at 2 pennies for years. We even went down and touched 1.5 pennies. Flare is a steal of a buy. Let me know if you're buying. Zach with Web3 Reviews. Like and subscribe. I'm doing a giveaway at 2,500 subs. It'll be 10,000 Flare tokens and a Gshock watch. Let people know. Zach with Web3 Reviews. Until next time.